great to have a chance to talk to you again. We've been doing interviews so many times, but it was always over the phone. We never get a chance to do this in person, and I'm so glad to do this, especially in Gordon Lightfoot's house, and especially because it's the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame. How do you both, as great songwriters, feel to be here to honor such great icons?
Well, to me, it's the one award that means something to me, you know? Like, they all obviously have significance, the awards, but we're sort of like trained to, I feel like, want things that are kind of superficial in life. And this one there's nothing superficial about the commitment and the craft to songwriting. All these people are obsessed, like we are, with the beautiful and sort of insane craft of songwriting. So I'm so honored that when they asked us to be here and hang out and just rub shoulders with these great writers is where where I want to be in my life. So
Metric has really influenced a lot of today's artists. How has these icons influenced Metric?
How has what?
How have these icons influenced Metric?
Well, they're part of the fabric of what we grew up on and what we know music to be. And I mean, you know, it's hard to just like the whole pantheon of every song ever written is like a giant house of cards. And if you pull out one of these artists, I don't know how quickly the house isn't going to fall. So I don't know. It's like they're part of everything we know about music, and you know. I just think it's an amazing thing to be here kind of honoring that history.
What's going on for the rest of the year and next year? New music, tours, what's happening?
if we're not on the road, we're in the studio.
Ah, that says it all. Look, I'll let you guys go. Have a great time tonight. Great to see you both. And it's always a pleasure because, like I said, we're celebrating icons. I know one of these days I'll be doing this red carpet. We'll be honoring you guys because you're amazing songwriters yourself.
Thanks, Rudy. Thanks.
My queen, you look amazing. How do you radiate so much beauty? And I'm not talking just about the outside, but I'm talking inside as well.
Wow, thank you so much. I want to say my mama, you know? But honestly, I'm just so happy to be here. I feel so honored to be so well surrounded, not just here tonight, but in my life in general. I'm blessed with amazing humans. So my heart is full of gratitude, and I think it emanates a certain light.
Let me ask you something. What do you think it is makes a songwriter so special? Because we are here in Gordon Lightfoot's house, Massey Hall, and we are celebrating Canadian songwriters being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I do believe, at least for me, what makes a songwriter great or what makes a song connect with me is the fact that when someone is able to really pour their soul into the music and have it be from an honest, genuine place, that is, it's all in the motivation, it's the intention that you put in the music, the lyrics, the intention. I think it's the intention that vibrates the highest with us and unites the most. So, and that's always something I'm looking for, someone who writes from their heart, from their soul, and just wants us to connect through the music and the frequencies. Is the most magical thing music has.
How do you think these inductees have changed Canadian music? How do you think they've influenced it?
Oh, they changed the music. They raised many songwriters as well. I think they made many other artists that I met, at least, they would tell us about how they were inspired by, you know, Nelly or Diane, how they were raised with their music. So the impact that they had on the next generation of songwriters is huge.
What's going on with you now? 2024, new year, 2025, new music tour, what's happening?
We're still touring the last album, our Roots Run Deep, but we're also working on the next album. We're going to be in Europe, in the States, and just creating more good energies to spread around.
I'm crossing fingers that we do this again, but we do it on the red carpet at the Junos. Have a great time tonight and big love.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
It has been way too long. How have you been doing, man? And it's always great seeing you doing what you do on CBC. Nobody does it better.
Well, first of all, it's an honor to be here tonight, you know, to be with these great musicians, all of whom, like, we're of a certain vintage. So the stories that I can tell, they know, which is great. But I just feel blessed to see the performances, you know, and to be in that. I remember going to the Gemini Awards when I was a young guy, and just sitting down with Al Waxman, the King of Kensington, and there was Christopher Plummer, and I couldn't believe I was sitting with those folks. and I'm still kind of in a pinch me moment sitting with these musicians and legendary singers. So nice night, and yeah, still going. I don't know how.
You know, you tell great stories, Canadian stories, when you are on the air doing what you do so well. How do you think these inductees have been telling these great stories about our country for so many years through their music?
Well, I think in the case of Jim and Greg, it's a very Toronto, and he will say this, he'll be the first to admit, maybe the fans out in Red Deer where I grew up are mad at Toronto, but they love Massey Hall and they love the CNE and they loved Maple Leaf Gardens just for what it represented, and that is a stage for the storytelling. Those guys are two high school buddies. That's a magic there. I see Sarah as having, touched on just the social advance that our country needed from fumbling toward the ecstasy on. She just established, a woman's voice was, and she's not the lone leader of that pack, but she's definitely a significant leader of that pack, which is, how proud are we of her. And then Tom Cochran, I kidded, I'm doing the guys from Blue Rodeo. There's an awful lot of hockey over in the Cochran camp. Gilmore's a player. Sam Roberts was a hell of a little hockey player. So we got to get a hold of the show tonight, and I won't make it. Rena, Jim's wife, will leave and go to the bathroom. I talk too much hockey, but may have to. And as far as your question, yeah, they just, if nothing else, they represent who we would love to be as Canadians. If you think of what you'd like us to be thought of they're in.
One last question. Are the Leafs finally going to win this damn cup this year or not? Because the way they've been talking, it's like it's supposed to happen this year.
Well, I plan to retire when the Leafs win the cup, so I'm at that age. So please, Leafs, do your part.
Always big love. So great to see you here, man. And like I said, mad respect. Thank you so much.
Right back at you. Yeah, great night.